Here. And a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome to Tom McIntyre Stadium. I'm Alan Slaughterzinski, and this is sort of media night, if you will, for the Brevard County North-South All-Star Game presented by BSN Sports and Brevard Sports Network. There is a distinct difference, and obviously for those of you out there in the athletic world, you know and understand the difference between BSN and BSN. So we're going to get started here tonight coming up in just a couple of minutes, but we're going to start with Hunter Turner and Cody Black coming up in about 2 minutes here. But as you look across the field right now, tonight Coach Broomfield not here. The new head football coach, we got Coach David Kintai here as well. We've got players from all over the county and Sebastian River here tonight practicing, getting ready for the game coming up, which is going to be 7 o'clock right here at Tom McIntyre Stadium on Wednesday night. So if real quick, let me run down these. Now, I'm not going to run down the entire roster for you, but what I will do is Bayside, Sebastian River, Melbourne, Palm Bay, O'Galley, let's see, who else is Heritage, all represented here. You guys, we'll take you guys right now. Let's do it. It's media night. Nobody wants to hear me. We're going to start off with two players that play right here. We're going to give Hunter the microphone. I'll hold Cody's. We got they're all seniors, so I'm not going to say senior tackle or senior quarterback this or senior quarterback that. They're seniors. It's the senior all-star game. We're going to start off with Hunter Turner and Cody Black. And Hunter, since you have the microphone, first question for you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Now, I had you guys in studio back in the summer before the season panned out. First of all, let me say this. Congratulations to the both of you.
Thank you.
You go through the last 2 years. There are not many student athletes that are going to walk off a varsity football team and say they've won 20 games in 2 years. And that doesn't happen a lot. It really doesn't. And you guys arguably have had two of the greatest years here in program history. I know we got a state championship back in '66 and a state semifinal finish in '65, but even I wasn't born then. So for you, Hunter, evaluate your year. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Make sure you hold that mic up.
I liked how we played as a team most of the years. Like, we fought a lot of adversity, injuries, a lot of stuff kept happening to us, and we just found a way to win. Our defense held it down for us this year a lot, but I'm very proud of the season we had.
Now, I want you okay, there's a part of that I'm going to ask you about here, but Cody, for you, what did you like about your year? And what if you could go back and change one thing, what would that one thing be?
Start the year, our center was out the first half the season, Chase Alexander actually. So that was hard as an O-line, trying to come together and getting a whole new guy come in, halfway through the season. But we really fought through a bunch of injuries all the way throughout the year. Like the O'Galley game, our tight end went out, and then Jalen didn't really. He hurt his hamstring. So that Centennial game we won without a tight end. That was our whole offense running the ball. If I could change anything, I don't, nothing. I had a great season.
There you go. Yeah. No, I think you guys were. It was. It's not rare that you can see teams fight through things, but you could literally see you guys out there fighting through. And I'm talking about through all 40 minutes or 48 minutes of a football game. You could. My mind's in basketball. You could literally see it. Adjustments from one series to the next series, and it was impressive to see how you guys were able to overcome a lot of things that adversity threw at you this year. What do you want? Every student athlete that has done what you guys have done over the last 2 years has a legacy to leave. Walking away, what do you want the younger student athletes to take away from having known and played with you? What do you hope you left those guys?
I hope I left them with, I know I left them like Brady Hart with records to try and beat.
Right.
Yep. But just
I like that answer, by the way.
just do good in school.
Yeah.
Stay on the grades for sure, because that's what colleges look at first. Respect your coaches. Listen to them. They know way more than you. And just trust the process.
How about you? What do you want those younger offensive linemen to take away from playing with Cody Black? What do you believe you instilled in your fellow offensive line brothers?
Just, being a leader, just always trying to stay positive. If stuff doesn't go our way, it's a long game, and just fighting, even through everything.
Was there
staying together,
playing together, staying together? How many of these are you guys going to be playing in? How many? I know you played in one last year over at Kent. Is this it? I mean, is this the last time you put the pads on?
I think we're both playing in the Elite 100.
Where's that at?
That's at Lake Mineola on January 14th.
All right, we're gonna have to figure out.
A lot of kids from around the county are playing in that.
And that one, we have to figure out a way to get over there. All right, as you look back on the season over your 2 years here, what's the memory that stick? There's 2 straight district championships. There's what you did last year in the playoffs. Again, going to the second round of the playoffs again this year. But as you look back over your 2 years here at Melbourne, what's the biggest, most fondest memory right now that you're going to walk away with?
It's definitely my junior year when we beat Vieira at Vieira. It was the same beginning of the year, but the Centennial game we played middle of the day. That was really fun too. Getting we always play Friday nights.
Did that give you a taste of what it's going to be like to play next year?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, we're going to talk about next year coming up. All right, for you, what's that memory, man? You've got hold that mic up. You've got the records. What is it for you?
I would say the same thing. The Vieira game last year, that was just a different feeling, bringing that title back to Mel High finally. And then also the Centennial game, it kind of brought back memories from when I was 10 years old playing
at West Melbourne
and all that. But yeah, it was real fun.
Guys, where are we in the recruiting process? Because I both feel like you should be. Out there next year playing for, if I had my way, D1, P5 schools. Where are we at in the recruiting process? You getting there? Or?
Yeah, I'm just taking it slow, just talking to colleges. But I have a few offers, but
you're just looking at it.
Yeah.
I got you. How about you?
I got re-offered by USF and FAU this week. The new coaching staff, everything.
What's a re-offer? I mean, they already offered you. How does that work?
So, the coaching staff got fired at USF.
Oh,
so the whole new coaching.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I didn't mean to drudge that up. What's next for you now? When football's over with, I see you guys at the basketball game creating havoc for the other team. What's next for Hunter Turner?
I might try and play baseball. A lot of the baseball kids keep trying to get me to come out and play. I went out and threw with Jake.
You a pitcher?
I mean,
you got you.
Hey, I play wherever on the field.
How about you? What's next for you?
Just working out, getting bigger, stronger, faster for college.
Let me ask
that
you,
too.
Yeah, let me ask you. You said that too. Let me ask you this. I know there's 2 other quarterbacks here, and it is my intention to talk to both of them. All right, but are you really going to come out of this game?
You're up to me, probably not. But
I wouldn't even answer that question.
The media savvy one is now telling
Right. Nah, listen, man. I'll tell you guys this again on Wednesday night. You both, your entire football team, coaching staff from top to bottom, have been a lot of fun to cover. I mean, it's just been a blast covering you guys, and the fun that we've had over the last 2 years. I wouldn't trade for anything. Congratulations on stellar high school careers, and I know that next year or the year after, if you guys take a red shirt next year, I know in the next coming years when Brevard Sports Network is reporting what former Brevard high school football players are doing on Saturdays, you two guys, although it's hard, man, for the linemen. We try to get them in there. Luke Ainsley had a hell of a year, but we try to get the linemen in here, but I know we're going to be reporting. I love your families, and I just love what you guys have brought to this program. So thank you for all that you've done for us. Congratulations on a great career. We look forward to watching you shine on Wednesday night.
Yes, sir. Thank you for all you do.
No problem.
Thank you for you and Caleb. All you guys do. They don't really know, but you guys do a lot for the.
Yeah, you guys do a lot behind the scenes, a lot of studying, a lot of research.
Billy Palmer and
Coach
Pettit.
Pettit.
Coach
Pettit.
Yeah. all the games they do. Even basketball now they get into
Yeah,
basketball.
you see him in basketball. That's right.
All of
Caleb's heading over, and I think he's going to grab me too. Who's he bringing me over from the defense?
Bujo and Woody.
All right, they're 2 great guys. All right, man. Hunter, thanks a lot, man. Yep. Thanks, buddy. All right. Who I got? Boudreaux and Woody, right? All right. Have a seat. All right. I'm here with Boudreaux Brentford and Woody Sweet.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, guys?
Not much. How you doing?
Hold that microphone up. Almost busted my butt there. Did you see that? Can you imagine? The host goes backwards. All right, guys. I got it. The first question I got to ask you is this. You got the mic. Well, so I'm going to talk to you first.
All right.
Your defensive coordinator. We named him Coordinator of the Year. How cool was that?
That's awesome, dude. I mean, you don't expect less, though. He's done so much for us this year, and he's worked hard for us and put a lot of time and effort in.
Tell me about Panucci.
Week to week, he busts his butt, even though he has a family, to make sure we have what we got, and he puts all of it into it. He definitely deserved it this year.
Look at you guys, and don't take this the wrong way, all right? Please. This was one of the best defenses in Brevard County, but I look at you guys. You don't look like the killers you are out there on the field.
Yeah.
You guys get after it. Where's that instinct come from, man, once you step over the white lines?
I mean, you look at our defense. We're not big dudes. We're not the fastest guys on the field or the strongest guys on the field. It's all about knowing where to be at the right time, knowing your assignment, and just giving it your all at any point in the game.
That's a good point. How would you answer that question?
Definitely, since we were little, we've all just played together, and we've been so close together that we trust each other, and we just go 100% as hard as we can. It's something we have it there.
All right, guys, as far as playing on a football field here in Brevard County, Wednesday night is it. You guys have both had stellar high school careers. Woody, I'll start with you on this one. Tell me, as you look back, what are your fondest memories? Give me one or two things that really stick out to you moving on.
Number one thing that sticks out to me was last year when we beat Vieira for district champs.
Go ahead.
I just never felt like that, like anything like that in my life, because we've always back and forth with Vieira, and my first 2 years we didn't do something like that. You know what I mean? It's the first time getting to experience something like that, and just being with all my brothers, and you got the stands cheering for us, and the band's playing. It just was a phenomenal feeling.
How about from a personal standpoint? Is there a hit you remember? Is there a scoop or an intercept or sack or something you remember that you go, yeah, man, I did that?
Yeah. Actually, there was when we played Palm Bay, and I picked up the quarterback and slammed him. Yeah.
He's here tonight. We'll have to ask him about that one. Go ahead.
This year, definitely the Harmony game when we blocked the field goal.
Yeah.
That was definitely one game I'll remember. Me, Woody, and even Barn and Low Hill, and we all had a stopping stand on the goal line, and we blocked the field goal. That's something I won't forget. Yeah.
How did you know how to block that field goal?
I didn't block it. Barnhill did, but we all went on that one side, and we just weren't going to give up. We weren't going to let it end there. So we all, yes, sir, we were unselfish. We took our man down and let Low off the edge, and he wreaked havoc. He went in there and got a tip on it, so it was awesome.
You personally, is there a memory that sticks out for you? Definitely.
Definitely the Merritt Island game. I was over here by the 20, and it was a screenplay, and he didn't see me coming, and I just remember that he went out. It was great. It was the best feeling. I was hyped.
Oh, yeah.
Defensive guys love laying the wood. They love to hear that pain. I'm a former quarterback, so I don't know how thrilled I am to hear that. But, no, good for them guys. All right, Woody, talk a little bit about this team, the brotherhood that has come to be. With a lot of you guys have played together since youth football. Talk about that.
We're all from the same area. We grew up together, played football together.
Make sure you hold that up, too. I want them to hear you.
We all came to the same high school, and, first 2 years we had different coaching staffs, and then, we just learned to, no matter what happens, that we have each other, stick by each other, keep each other in check, make sure that each other are good. And not this year and the last year we've had amazing coaches, but, we haven't had to depend on that in order to have the brotherhood we have. You know what I mean?
What I guess my question is what was it with that defense this year as opposed – I mean, it was a good defense last year. Don't get me wrong. But what was it with that? What was the difference? Was it just a maturity thing? What was it? Because really, you look at some of the things that your defense did from, the last 6 games of the year, from that Cocoa game on. You didn't allow a touchdown, or a point in the second half in the final 6 games. I mean, you guys really put up some eye-popping numbers. What clicked? What did you learn from that Cocoa game?
The Coca game, it made us flip a switch, definitely. It was something, we hate that feeling of loss, and we all talked about it. We came together on it, and it's just something we never wanted to feel again. So we had to come to that moment against Vero. But even that game, we just wanted to give it all. We didn't want to have a memory where, oh man, I could have done more that game. We wanted to put everything we had into it, and no matter what, we wanted to beat those teams, especially the ones last year when we started all this, like Heritage. We had to go in there and kick some butt. We weren't going to do that this year. We were going to go against those teams and just demolish them. We were not going to let that get in our way.
You got two of the leading tacklers here on the team. This guy right here, all he had was 163 total tackles, and this guy right here, 95, 13 tackles for a loss. I'll tell you now, we're going to release our Defensive Player of the Year winner on Wednesday night. You and Logan are both finalists for that award. So, I mean, obviously, when you look on there, 160. Tell me how you felt on Saturday mornings.
You know, I felt accomplished. You know what I mean? I felt good. I felt like
Were you sore?
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Super sore, dude.
Tell me about the you guys put up 4 touchdowns this year, all by the same guy. Good old Nate Jennings. Talk about that.
So he was definitely a player that got to where he needed to be to get the ball. And as soon as any one of us saw him get the ball, he would be in that position, and we would just go downfield and block. I can't tell you how many times I watched me, Ford, and our other D linemen take out 2 or 3 kids so he can get that end zone push over here. It was just something that we knew we had to do it together, and that if offense wasn't going to score, we knew we had to put up the points. So when somebody got the ball, we all made sure we blocked and got it there.
Yeah.
You guys, I think, as I was telling Cody and Hunter, there's nothing more that I want more for you guys than to play at the next level. Where are we in this process? Because I can see you both doing what you do out here at Tom McIntyre somewhere in this country. I don't care where it is, doing it on Saturday afternoons. Where are you in the process?
I mean, I've been trying to reach out to coaches as much as I can. I haven't got much back.
How does a guy, that damn transfer portal, man, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you have any place in mind? Is there a particular, and don't be bashful. Let them know. I want to play football.
Well, my main thing is I want to stay in Florida.
Yeah.
Or I want to play for the Naval Academy, because if I end up don't playing college ball,
that'd be a crime, by the way. That'd be a crime, and then we're on, and so I can't cuss, but that'd be a crime. How about you?
I've been talking to a few smaller schools. No one big. I'm obviously a smaller dude, but if you go and watch my film, I can definitely prove I'm opportunable to help your defense. I want to go play football at Millsaps in Missouri. Yeah. That's a school that I'm really interested in. I hope they give me an opportunity and let me go play for them.
Why Millsaps?
I like their school. I'm supposed to go up for a visit there, and they have fraternities, and they have just overall good program, and I think that's somewhere I could really feel home.
You got winter clothes?
No.
You better find some Naval Academy. That's my neck of the woods up there in Annapolis, Maryland. Listen, guys, congratulations. There are not, and I told Hunter and Cody this, there are not guys that can walk out of here at the high school level and say we won 20 games over the last 2 years. But you guys can do that. And you guys were integral in having, our awards. I love our awards. A lot of us vote on them. And our coordinator of the year is Jeff Panucci, and that is because of you guys. And Panucci told me that. So I want to congratulate you on his award as well. You guys did a terrific job. Congratulations on a successful high school career.
Thank you.
And thanks a lot for always being accessible to us, man. No doubt about it. Boo Bedford and Woody Sweet right here. Thanks, man. Yep. Looks like we got Sebastian River coming. Who we got? Yeah, you'll have to tell me. Come on, have a seat. We got Sebastian River?
Sebastian River, yes.
All right, have a seat. Take those helmets off because ain't nobody can see you through the microphones. All right, first let me tell you a little bit about us. We're Brevard Sports Network. We're a little multimedia outlet here in Brevard County. And we're going to be streaming the game on Monday night. We only got about 18,000 followers just on Facebook, so nobody's watching. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, first of all, introduce yourself and tell us what position you play.
My name's Ty Stinson. I play defensive line.
Okay. All right. How about you?
I'm Chris Harris, and I play quarterback.
All right. See, I like this young man already. I don't have to tell him to hold the microphone up. All right, let's start with you. Take us through Sebastian Rivers' year. What you like about it? What didn't you like about it?
I feel like we really grew as a team and bonded a lot. And overall, we set a good foundation for the future of the program. And I wish we would have done a little better in our record, but there's not much we can do about that now.
Not always reflected in the record, though. You know what? How about you? What did you like about the year? Tell me about that. Tell me about that Sharks defense. How hungry was it? How much eating did you do this year?
The Sharks defense as a whole, we did pretty good. I mean, we definitely improved over the past couple of years in our defense and making sure everything is okay and everybody doing their assignment. And yeah, so only if I eat, that's because everybody's doing their assignment. So it's not a singular thing. It's everyone. It's one.
All right. Tell me about Sebastian River. I know it has a great tradition down there. I'm going to tell you, if you've never been to a football game at Sebastian River, I came down a couple of years ago when Coco came down. Tell me about Sebastian River football and the tradition of it.
It's a very tight-knit community. We see a lot of support at the home games and a big student section, and that really helps us be motivated to play better. Great band, too. Great band. Love the band down there as well. Here's the obvious question I got to ask. All right. What was it like to get the call to hear that you guys are going to be coming up playing in the Brevard? See, I always say you guys should be part of Brevard County anyway. You feel me? Are you making new friendships? Have you ever played with any of these guys up here before? Tell me about that.
No, I never played with any of these guys. I mean, it's all new to me. Right. I mean, but I was excited when I got the call. I mean, I'm not used to being like noticed. So when I got the call, I was very happy.
It's always nice to spin the ball for one more or two more games. Yeah. How about you? Have you ever played for any of these guys before, with any of these guys before? Talk about that a little bit.
I played youth league against a couple of these guys, and
yeah.
I know a couple of them pretty well. But other than that, for the most part, we don't play each other. We played Heritage once this year, but that's about it.
How'd you guys? Let me see. You don't have to say anything. Don't say anything. I won't. All right. We don't talk about it.
Yeah,
all right.
We don't talk about it.
So for you, obviously you both want to play college ball. I'm a former quarterback. I can just look at you right now and tell you got the size, the arm. You know, I'm watching you spin it out here. How about for you? What anything in the pipeline for you at the next level right now? Or are you still working it?
Yeah, I'm still working. I have like one interest. I don't.
That's all right. You don't have to say where.
Right.
Do you play any other sports?
No, not this year. I think I might actually do track.
Yeah, track.
Yeah, I was gonna do track.
Throw a shot put or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something. How about for you? Do you play any other sports? You look like you can throw jump up on top of that mound and throw a baseball. Play any other sports?
I used to, but now I only do
football
and track.
How about the recruiting for you? How's that coming, or is this something you're still working?
It's something I'm still working on, but it's definitely starting to heat up a little bit. But
Good.
I'm still waiting to see what cracks up.
What's your favorite memory as you are done as a Sebastian River Sharkies? You look back over your high school career. What's the one memory that's going to stick out to you the most?
My first ever varsity game, we played against South Fork, and on the first play of the game, I threw an 80-yard touchdown.
No.
I just remember running down the field, screaming with my teammates, and that was the best memory.
You thought, man, this is easy.
Yeah.
How about for you?
It was my sophomore year. First time really ever playing football, and I got a sack. It was like, I was like,
you were like, I got this.
Yeah, I got a sack.
I say no thing. Guys, I appreciate you taking a couple of minutes for sure, sitting here with us on Brevard Sports Network. We're on Facebook and YouTube. He'll get all these loaded up to YouTube, so when you go home, you can watch them. So everybody knows at home. Again, tell everybody who you are.
Ty Stinson.
Chris Harris.
And I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski, and we'll be right back with a couple of more players here on the Brevard Sports Network. Thanks, guys. That was awesome, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Go win the MVP Wednesday night, and I'll interview you again.
Yes, sir.
All right, here at Media Days at Tom McIntyre Stadium. Caleb's out here efforting more players. Come on, we don't have to wait on them. You can have a seat. Look at this. had these two in studio. Well, we got a lot to talk about, you two. A lot to talk about. Mr. Ulmer, for those at home that don't know who everybody is, tell everybody who you are.
Alberto Baez, center for Heritage.
Trey Ulmer, wide receiver, quarterback, Heritage.
All right, let's get to work here. All right, this is how I'm going to do the Heritage season, right? We were all so excited in that studio. Both times you had to come in to do the interview. First time was my fault. That didn't air. All right, we had a great time doing that. Energy was high. Things were great. And then it's 0-4. And I'm like, what happened? What happened?
We weren't in a groove.
Up, yeah.
We weren't in a groove. We started out slow. We just needed time to click. And, things didn't go our way. We had a tough schedule, but
yeah, you did. How about for you? What would you chalk the 0-4 start up to?
We just weren't in our right mindset. We started off, summer camp. We did great. The energy was high. And then as we went on, our morale started to, decrease a lot more. Loss after loss, it always takes a toll on the team. But, we always had we had to get in the right mindset in order to, go far.
What was it from the Oviedo game, an 11-point loss? Did you come back the next week and you beat a Merritt Island team that everybody thought was going to? And, Merritt Island did okay coming down the stretch. I think Coach Murray would tell you he'd like to have done better. But when you beat Merritt Island 20-6, and what clicked for this team all of a sudden?
We were tired. We were tired of it. We were tired of losing. Coach was talking to us every day, and he was never hard on us. He was never trying to say that we weren't a good team. We always knew that we were a good team. So going into Merritt Island, we just had we wanted to step up because we knew that this is one of those teams that we had a good fighting chance against, and all the other teams, of course, we had a good chance. But Merritt Island was really the team that we thought we could make a difference about, that we could start swapping something around.
Then you get robbed. You win, 5 of your final 6 games, get robbed by the FHSAA or whatever those ranking systems are, because you beat a Harmony team that made the playoffs. I get it. They valued wins more than strength of schedule this year, and maybe that was the difference. I don't know. But you beat a Harmony team worse than any other Brevard County team did. I mean, I love Melbourne too, but they needed a blocked field goal at the end of the game to beat them. You guys steamrolled them 35-3 and don't make the playoffs. It disappointed I want you both to know, when we were sitting at the table that day for the show, it really disappointed us that you guys weren't in, and we didn't comment on it because we couldn't figure out why. But to me, it was a playoff-worthy comeback of a season. For you, what snapped?
We just locked in as a team. Our coach believed in us the entire time. We believed in each other. We knew we were good. We knew we had the talent. It all just had to come together. We started just doing new things, and we were able to expose defenses, score a bunch of points. We had a bunch of 30-plus point games there at the end of the season.
Yes, you did. 35-3, 35-13, 42-9, 30-7. I just had Sebastian River in here, and I said, did you play any Brevard County teams? And he said, yeah, Heritage. And I said, okay, we won't talk about that one. But, all right, what's it feel like, Alberto, to be the last class to play for Mark Ainsley? What did Mark Ainsley mean to you and the Heritage football program?
He meant more to me than anything. Not only did he tell me how to be a good player, he taught me how to be a great man, on and off the field. He taught me a lot about myself that I didn't really know from the start. He believed in me. He was the first head coach. I didn't play long in Pee Wee, but he was the first head coach that I really thought knew my potential, and he helped me become who I was. So seeing him go is, it's going to be hard. But I know that he gave me all that he could, and I know that I gave him all that I could.
Wow. I mean, honestly, that's well said. For you, the name Ulmer is synonymous. We talked about that in the interview. Synonymous with Heritage. And then Mark Ainsley came in and took over for your dad there, and your dad had a great deal of success, and now he's the athletic director there. Made a fantastic hire when he got Coach Ainsley What did it mean to play for him? What did you learn from Coach Ainsley?
I've known Coach Ainsley since I was 9 years old. I mean, he taught me so much. He knew what I could do. He knew I had potential ever since I was a freshman there. He knew he could build me into a great player. And through all the adversity, through position changes, I started as a quarterback and had to make the switch to receiver. And he always believed in me. He knew I could be a great receiver, and he knew I could go on to do great things. And he taught me a lot as a man.
As you look back over your high school career, your football career, and I'm asking all of the players this tomorrow as well, what's the memory for you? What are you taking away? And what is that one, and it doesn't have to be just one, but and you'd be thinking about this. What one memory or two memories do you have that you're really going to cherish for the rest of your life?
It's got to be my senior night against Vieira. Last home game, I go out there. I was ready. I got to start at quarterback for the first 2 drives. I go 65 yards on the second drive.
My man.
100 rushing yards. I had about 200 total yards that game.
Tore it up.
On like 12 touches or something like that. And,
that's impressive.
That was a great feeling. My last home game, I got to show out for my home crowd. And
that's one you're going to be bouncing feeling. Little Almer on going, let me tell you about what Dad did, isn't it? Yeah, I got you. How about for you?
I got to say that Harmony game. We were going into it, and obviously we were in the winning mindset. But going into the end, and we were seeing that score, and we were surprised with ourselves. As a lineman, seeing my offensive line, we did the best that we've ever had, and I think Harmony was one of the best games that we had as a team. I had a whole lot of pancakes, and I was feeling good about myself the whole time. And there was never one point where I was feeling down on myself. I was always on the ball. Every snap felt great. Every block felt amazing, and I just knew that I was getting somewhere. And there were a lot of plays with someone like Daniel Cawley, shouting him out, I guess. He had a long run on me, and all I remember is me getting up to that linebacker and anchoring him, and all I can see was him zoom right past me.
I love it. Anchoring him. Yeah, that one felt, I got to tell you a story. That one felt pretty good for me, too, watching you guys beat Harmony. I got myself in a little bit of trouble with them. And so I got, apologize, as anyone should when they make inappropriate statements, as I did. And it was nice to see you guys go out there and win that game. All right, what's next for Trey Homer?
Playing in this All-Star game, I gotta show out, hopefully get some offers, but I want to stay.
Anything trickling your way?
I got some coaches texting me, but, I plan on going to college. I want to stay in state.
All right, I remember what you told me. I think I remember what you told me. You draw, right? Or
I do architecture.
Architecture, right,
Yeah.
right. Is that still the mindset? Is this still where we're going in life?
Yeah, I want to be an architect.
Okay.
I want to go somewhere within the state and get my architecture degree, design houses.
Engineer?
Computer science.
Computer science. I knew it was something that I can't comprehend. Computer science, engineering, all of it. Where are you in the recruiting process? I mean, I don't need specifics in terms of schools, but are there things going on? Do you want to play college football? And if so, how's it going?
There's always a thought about playing college football, and it's absolutely on my mind. College football, I think, is a really big chance for me, a really big opening to a lot of new stuff. Scholarships, anything like that is really helpful for me. There's no real schools that I have in mind, but I'm definitely keeping it in mind that I may play at the next level.
I always, when I sit down and I do interviews with you guys may think that, or a lot of people may think that we bring so many people in that I don't remember specifics of each interview. But I can tell you that what I took away from the time that we all sat down was your relationship with your mother, which I value and envy to this day. I lost my mother back in 2004, and so I understand that. Talk a little bit about that relationship again with your mother, because I think there are those out there that need to hear that.
My mother is my biggest supporter. She's always been my biggest supporter. She's always been the one who's been able to push me. She's always the one who knows what I need, regardless of whether I even want to talk to her. I'm going through a rough spot. She just always has that mentality in her mind that she wants to have me at my highest potential.
And the thing that stuck out to me about you was that you understood what your last name represented where you are. How do you feel? I mean, a lot to live up to. How do you feel you did?
I think I did pretty good.
I do too, son.
They all say they're proud of me, and
That's great.
I appreciate it. And I love my family. They're my biggest supporters, and they're always pushing me to be my best, and they believe I can go on and do great things.
Well, you guys really helped make a fantastic season for Brevard Sports Network because Caleb and Billy and Coach Blue were the broadcast team that was down there. I was actually kind of envious of them. Those final 6 games of the year, they didn't even let me do the Vieira Heritage game. I was upset about that. But, I just want to say, man, been a lot of fun and an honor to cover you guys the last couple of years, watching you guys grow and progress and then getting you into the studio. Alberto, congratulations on a stellar high school career, and to you too, my man.
Thank you.
Trey Almer and Alberto Baez of the Heritage Panthers, and I think he's getting Jaden Mobley, it looks like, and who's he bringing over with Jaden? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Well, you can only do 2. Okay, all right. Okay, got you. So we got Jaden Mobley. I'm not sure who number 44 is. Guys, take care, man. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Good luck Wednesday night. Here's hoping one of you two win the MVP. And we will be looking at linemen, just so you know.
God bless you all.
Yep. Great young man. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Let's get the Pirates in the house. Glad you're here, man.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good, man. Glad you're here. What's your name? Elliot Bell. Oh, this guy right here. All right, guys, let's talk here. All right. Well, this is Elliot Bell. Tell everybody what position you play.
Middle linebacker.
Yes, sir. And this is the quarterback, Jaden Mobley, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I got you. All right, so you were one of 2 teams that I came down to this year and did the live practices at. You guys had a heck of a season this year. You obviously took it one step above where it was last season. Coach Mitchell and Coach Burke and that defense, talk about that defense this year, because it was really, when we were going over coordinators of the year, Coach Brown and Coach Panucci were neck and neck on that. Talk about that defense this year and what it meant to be a Palm Bay Pirate, because it felt like those old defenses of old.
Yeah, we were just very disciplined and did our jobs. We didn't play that much any type of hard defense. We just filled holes, made plays that we had to do, just very disciplined. And that's really what it was.
You scored a lot of touchdowns, man. When that ball, as a defensive player, like yesterday I'm watching the Jags game, and obviously you get the pick 6 walk-off in overtime. But you guys scored, at one point I think you were neck and neck with the offense. You were scoring so many touchdowns. Do you practice that, or when you talk about that?
One thing we practice is first guy make the tackle, wrap up, second guy come through, hit the ball. And then our DBs they're good. What can I say? They drop to the zones, do what they got to do. But later in the season, they got a little hectic because so many players were injured and stuff. So then that's when stuff started to get bad.
Now, you this year, I felt bad for you this year and I'll tell you why. And I'll be completely honest with you, because that offensive unit suffered some injuries this year that really limited its capabilities, its full capabilities this year. And even when some of those injured players, and we don't want to talk about the injured players because, you don't want to give that away, and I know we're not playing, but you still don't want to do that. But even when those players returned, they weren't 100% healthy, and you knew it was limiting what you were able to do. Because I watch you spin it. I know you can spin it. But talk about how you battled through that this year.
I mean, it was really, obviously it was difficult having people out. I mean, we just had to have the next guy up. They had to come in, show what they can do. I mean, it would be great to have our full team there, 100% healthy. But we just had to have we had to have the next guy up. They had to come in and show what they could do.
What did it mean to come over and be part of a team that right now I feel like moving forward with so many guys coming back?
Yeah.
That this team this year and even that team last year. And now are building back that legacy of Palm Bay football, because before you guys were born and before before you guys were born, and right after I moved, right before I moved here, this was the program that was considered to be the best in Brevard County.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean to be part of a team building back that legacy? Talk about that.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we had a few state championships, went down a little bit. we really wanted to come back here and like set the standard for like years to come. We wanted to bring it back up. We're trying to bring the community out to like make Palm Bay great again. You know, we're trying to make Palm Bay greater. You know,
make it what it was.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Absolutely. You led the team in tackles this year. We're looking at it right here. You look at that list. I know football is a team sport. What does it mean to look on that list and see your name at the top?
It's amazing from what I came from and how good I managed to get. My junior year, I didn't start. There's a lot of off-season grinding, a lot of working in the weight room, going over keys, watching a whole bunch of film. Film is a key to winning games, making tackles. Look at the little things. The little things matter. Offensive guards, running backs, the way they set. That's just, you read that, you make tackles. That's how I made the most tackles on the team.
He makes it sound so easy, but I'm going to tell you, I remember there were 2 Palm Bay broadcasts I did. He hits hard. Just wrapping up and just driving people through. As you look back over this season, is there a memory for you that sticks out the most? Like when you're bouncing Little Bell on your leg in 20 years and you're going, your father did this. What are you going to be telling him?
That hit against Coco, that big hit, that's probably my best hit all season. Mm-hmm.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. How about for you? When you're bouncing the little Mobley around, what are you telling him? Dad used to spin it down the field. I would tell my daughter sometimes, Daddy threw 4 touchdowns in one game. That didn't happen, but she don't know, right? She does now, right? Yeah. But what do you tell? What are you telling little Mobley?
I would just show him my highlight reel. I don't even know.
Thank God we didn't have that, but I do have a DVD. Guys, where are we in the recruiting process for you? As a defensive player that loves to get out there and I just think you said some very key things. Film, grinding in the off season, all things that recruiters need to take note of. Where are we in the recruiting process?
Coach Owens gave me contact with some colleges. I don't know for sure where I'm gonna go yet, but I definitely I'm looking. I really want to play football. Play. Yeah, I really want to.
I don't think you're gonna take no for an answer.
I'm not.
No. How about for you?
So I have one offer from Weber right now, and then Coach Owens also gave me I'm in contact with a few schools right now from Massachusetts.
I got you. Now I asked him about Coach Mitchell and Coach Burke, and what about Coach Owens, a guy that loves offense? What'd you learn from him?
Really, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to play the offense. He knows how to play calls.
Like chess, right?
He knows what he's doing.
Guys, what do you want everybody to know about Palm Bay football? What should people know about Palm Bay football moving forward?
Really, if you want to be part of something great, come to Palm Bay. We're trying to make a legacy out there. Set the standard.
That's the standard.
What we're trying to do, yeah.
I can't wait for his answer.
We're coming back. We're coming back. We're coming back to the old Palm Bay.
Guys, I will say this. You guys were a lot of fun to watch play some football this year. There ain't no doubt about it. Congratulations on great years. And I am glad that you're here.
Yes,
I know we had some emails. I got to tell you, I didn't have anything to do with it. But I am so glad you're here.
Thank you.
I felt like you absolutely should have been here, and you are. So congratulations to you and to you. Well-deserved honors for both of you. Go get them Wednesday night.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Bell, Mr. Mobley. Caleb's out efforting other players for us. Who we got? Bayside in the house coming up next. All right, somebody's got to go by themselves, but that's all right. You can go next. I'll interview. Have a seat.
Hold the mic. Come on, Jay. Come hold the mic.
You know what? That's all right. I'll hold it. I'll go back and forth. Yeah. Have a seat. That's no problem. All right, for the viewing audience at home, who we got?
Travion Butler. Michael Parks.
All right. Travion, I want to start with you. Love the way you play defense. Talk about that. First of all, what specific position do you play defensive?
I play cornerback or safety.
Okay. I really felt like you were one of the best DBs I saw in the county this year. I did a game earlier, I think, this year against Satellite where you really showed up and out in that one. I think that was you, right? Yeah, he's like, yeah, that was me. But you got to play for a coach who that's all he knows is defense. And tell me about Coach Broomfield and Coach Franz Palamise.
On defensive end, they make sure we work extra hard. Coach Broomfield, he say if they don't score, they don't win. So he makes sure we work, and Coach P too. Every day, even after practice sometimes, like, go to his gym, keep working, get better. So.
You know, you guys are seniors, and Michael, you know, you're committed, D1, P5 school, off you go, man. What advice, and I just want to ask you, you know, as I sit here and talk to a lot of seniors, a lot of them don't have offers that deserve to have offers. What advice do you have for them?
I mean, work hard, listen to coach. You got to be a student on the field and off the field, so y'all got to get that good grades in class, and basically work hard.
All right, talk about that. How excited? Northern Iowa?
I think.
Where did I say? Where are you going?
Iowa State.
Iowa State, I'm sorry. I knew it was Iowa. Iowa State, I'm sorry, my bad. Iowa State, I don't even know how I can get that screwed up. Iowa State, how excited are you to get up there, and have you purchased winter clothes yet?
Not yet, but I'm very excited to go up there.
You guys had a good season this year. Look, you guys are always down in numbers, okay? So you don't have the depth that some of these other schools have. And inevitably, as a result of that, as you get towards the end of the year, teams that have great players but not deep numbers tend to wear down a little bit. And unfortunately, a lot of schools in the county suffer that. But you guys were in all the games. You guys played with your heart and soul. Talk about Bayside Bears football.
I mean, as Trey said, Coach Broom said great defense, but it's mostly like depends on special teams, because special teams mostly win games for us. We got a good kicker. He is a junior. He kicking 60 yards for us. So without him, we can't win the game. So
you love your kicker. I like to hear that. What does it feel like, Trey, to be one of the last, or actually the last class at Bayside High School, unless the planets line up and he comes back one day, to be the last class at Bayside High School to play for Coach Corey Broomfield?
I'm happy for him, but it's like kind of sad to see him go. Right. I just try to soak up all the time I have with him left. And he taught me so much. I only been here for 2 years, but it felt like I've been here a lifetime. All the things he taught me.
You know, he really works for the student athletes, and you know, he told us why he believes there are the issues that there are out there for coaches leaving. But I'll leave that to the coaches. For you, how's the recruiting going? Because I believe you should be playing DB in college.
Yeah, I mean, it's going good. And
tell him right now, come get you.
Yeah, Coach Broomfield said she'll pick up after this early signing day. So
I got you. Okay.
Say that's what I'm gonna go with.
That's what you're gonna go. You got to put your trust in him. Take me through the recruiting process to you. Why ultimately did you make the decision that you made, Michael?
I mean, it was based on brotherhood. When I went on the visit, they had a great bond. Coach Campbell, he showed me love. Coach Nate, Coach Broomfield, yeah, they was there for me when I need them. So I think that's a choice I need to pick. So I picked Iowa State.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to watch you play, because I said, I can't remember who I said this to, but I know I don't see a red shirt in your future. I just don't see a red shirt. Now, whether you want to take one and spend 5 or 6 years in college is up to you, but I don't see it, because I know you're the type of player that can step on the field and play immediately. Now, I know you didn't spend all 4 years at Bayside. I get that. But as you look back on your high school career, or even the last 2 years, what is a memory that's going to stick out for you? What are you going to remember the most?
As you said, satellite. You know, 4th and 5, close, tight game. Came up big with an interception, and all my teammates congratulated me.
Yeah. You did the interview with me, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right. I thought so. I thought we did it right there behind the stands. And for you, guy that made a lot of big plays, offensively, got in the end zone, what is the memory that's going to stick out the most for you?
My first touchdown my sophomore year against Barrington.
Oh, yeah? You remember how many yards?
89 yards touchdown.
Of course he remembers. 89 yards. Guys, I ask you, what advice do you have as a senior leader on this team? What do you hope you left behind to the underclassmen of Bayside Bears football?
I hope that they just do what Coach says. Even if they don't believe in it, just follow it. Sometimes I question what Coach do, but then I see why after the fact.
Like parents, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's like parents already. And for you, not from a recruiting standpoint, but what do you want to leave behind at Bayside High School?
I mean,
the Michael Parks legacy, what is it?
My legacy was like to be a good example to my underclassmen.
Yep. Work hard. And you'll get there. Guys, ball out Wednesday, would you? Pick off a couple passes, catch a couple touchdown passes. We're not done. We got one more coming from Bayside. Two more coming from Bayside. Have a seat. All right. Caleb, can you do me a favor and hand me this soda right here? Because I'm pretty thirsty. All right, guys. For the sake of the viewing audience at home, please tell everybody who you are and I love that bear on that helmet and what position you play.
My name is AB. They call me Albert Brown. I play linebacker and running back.
Linebacker and running back.
Victor Merritt. I play linebacker.
All right. I want to talk about that Bayside defense because I know that Coach Broomfield, Coach Palomise, I know they put a lot of love into the defense. You know, that's Coach Broomfield, right? I mean, that's where he came from. Talk about the mentality of that Bayside Bears defense because every time I saw it, it impressed me.
In practice every day, we really came out. We tried our best. Like of course, we kept our guys safe, but most of the time we really did try to get hits in and everything. But not really big hits, but so when we come to the game, we make them big plays. And we just satisfy our team with big plays. That's really it.
Is there a hit on Max Preps or Huddle or somewhere that you go back and you look at and you go, man, that's my highlight reel hit right there? Do you remember the hit? What is the hit that puts that smile on your face?
It was against. It really wasn't a hit. I was on offense at the time.
Okay.
I had I caught a little swing route and I went up the middle. And somebody was coming to hit me. He probably thought I didn't see him, but I ran him straight over. So
yeah, it's all right. You don't have to say who it was. I'm sure you know. How about for you? Is there a hit that stands out, or a play, or a memory that stands out for you?
Seabreeze. It was he dropped the fumble. The quarterback dropped the fumble, and I ran in, hit him, and I remember. Nah, I ain't score. I just knocked him out. Yeah. Oh, after that, it basically set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, no doubt. That was earlier this year, right? Yeah, no, yep. That was amazing. All right, how's the recruiting process going? Do you want to play college football? I know it's slow for everybody because early signing day is coming up Wednesday. But do you want to play college football? And if you do, how's it going?
I do want to play college football. It's not really going how I wanted it to, right? But I'm hoping it gets better throughout the rest of the year and starting the new year.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's kind of the mindset right now with the transfer portal the way that it is, with early sign. I wish they'd just do away with early signing day. I really do. How about for you? I think I think you're a D1 player. How's the recruiting process going for you?
For me, actually, I just got my first offer literally last week. Okay. Yeah. So and then after that, a whole bunch of coaches just been hitting me up everywhere, and I just got another D1 college that just hit me up. I forgot the name of it. Right. I forgot which one, but it's a lower D1.
It's a lot. It's a lot out there. That's for sure, guys. As you look back over your time at Bayside or playing football, moving forward now, what do you want everybody to remember about this Bayside Bears team? This team, you guys that are out here, what's the legacy for this team?
I really like the defense. The defense was just stepping it up this year. It was better than any other defense we had, honest, to my opinion. And I feel like it really showed in the big games, Seabreeze, Satellite, games like that. It really showed. And
you guys, and I'll tell you the thing I liked about. You guys never shied away from the tough schedule because you played it. You guys, look, you guys played all of those teams in that classification. And, I thought the thing that was really the coolest was that you guys were right there in that playoff hunt that final week of the season. I thought that was terrific because the possibility existed had it worked out, and we could have had 5 teams from that district go in there. How about for you? What do you want the legacy of this team to be for the underclassmen moving forward? What do you want them to remember the most about what you guys accomplished?
I just want them, honestly, to remember it's a brotherhood. Keep everybody together. Don't let nobody just fall off just because, you hear people going here, hear people going there. I feel like people that go to new schools, they just want to transfer for, all the new hype. If you want to really make your own legacy, go to a trash team and build your own. I really stay on point. Look at my friend Michael Parks.
he was really like when he first came in, he was bad at football. He was bad. He worked out with me a whole summer. Now look at him. He almost better than me, and I played football for all my life.
Well said, gentlemen. Tell everybody who you are again.
My name is A.B. Brown.
Victor Merrick.
I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. Hang on. I'm going to take a break. All right, 2-minute break. All right, so I'm going to get up with these guys and you can show some practice, all right? Guys, thank you so much. Yep. All right, welcome back. We got a young man here who's not playing in this one, but I would say for a pretty good reason because coming up in 2 weeks, not even that, he's going to be playing in the Under Armour All-American game coming up. He is played for the O'Galley Commodores, and he is headed to the University of Miami. I'm excited to be talking to him because the Canes are making some moves. They're making some moves. Robert Stafford. Robert, first of all, congratulations on all your success in high school. As you look on social media these days, right now, you see, like they just brought in the big Alabama lineman, tons of players coming to Miami. Man, you got to be amped about becoming a Hurricane.
Yes, sir, for sure. I'm definitely amped. Like Coach Cristobal, he know what he's doing. I think he's going to change the whole program around, and that's one of the reasons why I committed. So, yeah, I got big belief in Coach Cristobal and, all the coaches he brought with him. I think he really going to turn it around. I believe in that.
Now, the festivities for you, which are a lot of fun, I believe Robert is the 5th or 6th Under Armour All-American here from Brevard County, and we're going to be following his progress. We'll be at the game. I go every year regardless if there's a Brevard County player in it, but we'll be there this year and following Robert throughout the course of the game. Robert, how excited are you, and when do the festivities begin for you next week?
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited, and I think we go up there on the 27th or 28th.
Yeah.
I got to reach that, but then, and then the game on the 3rd of January, so, yeah, we're going to be up there practicing all week and just getting better and trying to get ready for the game.
You get to learn from some of the best in the business out there. Who's your coach for this year, you know?
No, I don't know.
It used to be, I know it was Ed Reed. I couldn't get Ed to do a selfie with me, man. I was like, come on, Ed. He's like, nah, man, I don't do selfies.
Dion, some years.
Dion, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about O'Galley football. You part of a 4-year program there that's had a lot of success.
Yes,
your biggest supporter is Coach Chris Sands, no doubt about it. Talk about Commodore football, what you're most proudest of as you have now played your last game for O'Galley.
I don't know, Coach Sands, he helped me just realize that I had to work for everything that I got right now. I thought I was going to come into high school just starting as a freshman and stuff like that, but I didn't. So, he woke me up with that. So I had to come in working every year after that, my sophomore, junior, senior season. And then, I'm here now today. But, he told me when I first came, I I just got to work, and he'll have me where I wanted to be at, and that's at a D1 college.
Did you always want to go to Miami? Was it always Miami for you?
No, like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I didn't have no dream school.
Really?
No.
Okay. Well, as you look back, I mean, you've made a lot of memories, Robert, at O'Galley High School. You guys have been part of some big things there especially the last 3 years. What sticks out? What is when you're bouncing little Stafford on your knee, right? And you're going, let me tell you about Daddy at high school. Now, obviously, I'm sure you're going to be talking to them about your days at the U and wherever you get drafted. But when you talk to them about high school, what memories you going to tell them about?
About high school?
Yeah.
About the practices, about competing, stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's better than the game.
Oh, tell me why. Tell me why you like the practices. The harder?
It's harder, and like that's where you get better at the game. That's just where you perform at and you show what you've been working for. And that's fun, too, though. But, I think the practices and stuff like that.
When you leave, every player, senior, makes a mark on an underclassman. Obviously, because of your success, you'll leave a few marks with some underclassmen. You're leaving behind a great group of players. I mean, the leading rusher this year was a sophomore. I mean, you look at that. You look at the Thompsons. What do you want them to remember about playing with Robert? What do you hope you taught them as underclassmen?
I taught them to not let the hype, like get in the way of anything like that. Like, you still got to work hard. Like, even though you committed somewhere, like, it's not, like, you just got to keep working and stuff like that.
Don't stop working.
No matter how big you get.
What, obviously, you're not an early enrollee, are you?
No, sir.
Okay. So you finish out the year at O'Galley. I tell you what, it's really cool. You're not playing in this game. I know you would if you weren't playing in the Under Armour game, but it's awesome to see you out here. Why is it important for you to be here to support your teammates?
Oh, yeah, I'm just out here, like, reporting. Like my bro, Ray.
Yeah?
Ray John, yes, sir. So I'm out here supporting him. He wanted me to come see him, and, yeah, I'm going to tell him how he did after this.
I got you. All right, so Robert's going to lay it down after this. This may be one of, and obviously next week we'll talk to you down at Camping World Stadium about that whole experience. But for right now, the final question I have for you is, what do you want everybody to remember here in Brevard County about having seen Robert Stafford played or having played against Robert Stafford?
That I was just a special player. And I'm a raw talent, and they love seeing me play Showtime every time I get on the field.
And we're not done. He's got college, and if all goes well, the National Football League. Robert, it's been a pleasure to cover, and I'll see you next week.
Appreciate it.
All right, Robert Stafford, now the University of Miami. We'll be right back with more Commodores. All right, we're getting ready to wrap up here at Media Day. We'll get Coach Benson and Coach Kintai on before we get out of here. But I am here with two O'Galley Commodores. We'll wrap it up with the players here. So for the viewing audience at home, I'm going to have them tell you who they are and what position they play. Talk into that mic.
I'm John Blackman. I play receiver. A corner receiver.
My name is Casey Rouse. I'm a punter kicker.
All right. So I got to ask you, sir. Let's start with you. That was a pretty awesome team to watch this year. I enjoyed watching you guys play this year. What'd you like best about your season this year? What sticks out to you about the O'Galley Commodores this year?
What sticks out is we were a different team from last year. Like, we played way better. Like,
Why? What was the difference, though, you think?
I think it was like, so our team was like built with just seniors and like our sophomores like grew 1 year older, so like it just made us better all around.
Gotcha. Casey, I got to ask you, man, heck of a kicker. Tonight, by the way, we're going to announce who our special teams player of the year is. It's not just limited to kickers. That's going to come up at 9:30 tonight. Talk about the kicking position, because obviously, people, there's always a joke made about a kicker. But let me tell you this. I always had the utmost respect for my kickers because they won more games than they ever lost for us. Okay, I mean, and you were one of the best in the county. So talk about the position. Do you specialize it? Do you play another sport and just play football, or is kicking what you want to do moving forward?
Well, I started with a soccer background, so it kind of naturally came to me to start kicking. And so I started doing kicking in my freshman year. I just joined as a JV midway through the season because I didn't have one. And so it kind of started coming naturally to me just to come back and start. I knew that we needed a kicker each year, so I kind of felt depended upon to do that job. And so I fulfilled it to the best of my abilities. I started learning more. I went to some camps and some showcases. So
how have you grown? Are you going to go back to soccer, or in other words, when you get to college, would you kick in college if you were asked?
I would try to walk on. Yeah, I would try to walk on wherever I'd go to, just to have fun with it, see if I can make it.
Listen, I've seen you kick in practice. I don't think there's any reason why you can't. How about for you, for the recruiting aspect? How's it going? Tell me about it.
It's going pretty good. Like, it's going a little slow because, like,
The transfer portal.
Yeah, for sure. But like, it's going good.
And for you, right? I mean, what advice do you have for those that, I shouldn't say advice, but I've asked all the guys this question. What do you want your legacy to be at O'Galley? Like, now that people have played with you, what do you hope you leave behind?
Just personality. Like, O'Galley, like, never won a state championship.
Right.
Like, so I just hope, like, when we were at O'Galley, like, we won our first playoff game. So, like, I hope that keeps moving on.
And not to mention the fact that when you stop and think about it, you've been a part of a team over the last couple of years. I know last year was a tough year, but you stop and think about the last 4 years. I mean, look at that record. That record is pretty impressive over the last 4 years. The life of a kicker is often a lonely one, but I notice your teammates really seem to love you. Talk about the brotherhood you have.
During practice, it was quite lonely. I practiced by myself a lot on my game field and the practice field they'd be out on. But as time went on, they appreciated me more and more as I started to show up on game day. They maybe didn't see me in practice, but I think I did well on game day enough to earn their respect.
Are you one of these kickers that don't mind making a hit, or are you like, I don't want nothing to do with that?
I'll go in for one if I have a chance, but
You're hoping you don't?
I've been ran over a few times this year. I'd go try to fill a hole, and I'd get absolutely bulldozed over. I know 2 times that's happened.
Does he? See, that's respect. That's respect.
I'll try. Casey's first game, it was a kick return. The last play of the game, Palm Bay almost ran a kick return back, and he came and killed him.
I love it.
Last play of the game, we just got a scoop and score. I kicked it off to the right, and he starts going. No one blocked me. I came through, and I crushed him off the sideline.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. I love it. I love it. I know some kickers that won't even put they just wave. They do, man. Have a good trip into that end zone there. Don't fall down on the 10. When I say O'Galley football, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? First thing you think of?
Just team, family. Yeah. That's really it.
You got a dad that knows everybody. I mean, I don't think there's nobody in Brevard County he don't know. He knows everybody. I know when I see his text pop up, I can't always get to it, but I know I better before it's all said and done, right? Talk about your dad, because everybody loves him.
Yeah, like, I appreciate him for everything he does. You feel me? He's always here. Like, you see him, he's right over there on God. Right. He's there everywhere I go, so, like, I appreciate him so much. And yeah. Like, he does know everybody.
He does. I won't say every once in a while he'll shoot me a text and he'll say, "Hey, Al, guess where I'm at?" And he'll tell me where he is, and I'll go, "Man, Ricky, you a lucky man. All right, what's next for you? Let's say you don't kick in college. What do you want to study? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
At the moment, I'd like to do some sort of business entrepreneurship. I already sell stuff at the moment. I've been selling stuff for the last 5 years.
All right, plug it, man. What do you got?
I sell shoes on eBay and stuff like that. Go and stuff like that. And so I've been doing that for the last few years as a little side hustle. Like I had a job at Publix, so I quit because I was making a good enough amount of money.
Give us the website. Let us know.
Oh no, my name on that top of my head. To be honest with you, right now.
How do we buy Casey Rouse's shoes?
I think it's eBay. It's Rouse2X. I think it is.
Rouse. All right. So, how about for you? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years. Probably at a college or like just moving on with my life. I don't know. Probably going to the NFL if I get a chance.
You get a chance. That's right. What do you need to do? What do you need to work on to get to that next level? What do you think? What needs to improve with your game? Everybody has to be self-evaluating. When you look at your game, what needs to get better?
Probably like I need to catch like more consistently, like everything that comes my way, and just like since I'm a shorter guy, I need to be faster. Blazing fast.
I think you called a lot of things this year. I think we called your name a lot on. Blackman on the tackle. Look at Blackman's hit. I think we called your name a lot this year. No, I hear you though. But listen, guys, congratulations on a lot of success at O'Galley. And good luck to you guys. Stay in touch with us. Drop us an email every once in a while. Let us know how you're doing. We like to report back to the community as you get set to finish up your football career. What's next? Do you play? Are you going to play any other sports the rest of the year, or are you going to concentrate on the shoe business, which sounds like it's very profitable?
I'm playing soccer right now at the moment. I literally came from soccer practice before this straight to here. So
What's going on with the soccer team, man? I thought you guys were going.
We are a good team. It's just we have the second strength of schedule in our class. Right. We're trying to find ourselves at the moment right now. I think at the moment we are coming off of a hard, very good season, kind of disappointing ending of last year, and then we lost a lot of key players, and so we're trying to find ourselves again. We're trying to get ourselves a new identity at the moment. I feel like. So I think eventually that'll happen, but at the moment maybe it's a slow start so far.
I know we got you guys coming up 3 or 4 more times coming up this year. So, I think Caleb was mentioning we just did them against Vieira, right, yeah.
3-0 loss, and I think we played very well that game. We shut them out in the second half. We played against like 23rd team in the nation at the time, so it's like we did to go from what we're expected to go out in the first half to actually lasting only to a 3-0 loss is kind of a win for us in that moment.
I thought you guys played very well. And, all right, guys, I'll let you get over there. I know Coach is doing it. Thank you, guys. Yep. Hey, Coach Kintai, can I get a minute? All right, we're going to have Coach Kintai have a seat with us, and then we're going to bring over Coach Benson, and then we'll wrap up here as they're wrapping up. So we got to wrap up. We're probably going to be the last ones off the field. Welcome in Melbourne head football coach. What else is new? We're holding everybody up, right? Coach D.
Usually the last one off this field every night anyway.
Well, Coach, you're still a little quicker than I am. Coach, first of all, congratulations on another outstanding season. A little different how you got it done this year compared to last, but you know what? I think that's the mark of a great coach and a great coaching staff. Kind of recap the year for me.
I spent last spring looking at the RPI ratings and everything and said we need to get a little bit stronger competition earlier in the season.
Right.
So I talked to Chip over at Lake Brantley, got a kickoff classic, which we weren't able to play, and that really kind of hurt us against Lake Mineola.
Yeah.
Even the kids came to me and said, I wish we'd had that kickoff classic because they felt that they had a shot at Lake Mineola and really struggled there early on. It was a close game until about the last 6 minutes, and we went there. But, of course, Lake Mineola, they made it to, the regional finals, I think, this year.
Yeah.
Put them in there.
Yeah, they did.
And then we go down and we have Coco Week 5. It's kind of getting those teams that if we're going to go deep in the playoffs, I got them scheduled early on because the kids really needed to know what it was like to actually have that competition. Last year when we got to Lake Gibson, it was kind of a, oh my gosh, and that was a regional final. And so what I wanted is let's get these kids ready. And as it goes, road trips. We went to Orange Park outside of Jacksonville. Get them ready if we have to travel in the playoffs. They already knew what they were doing. There was a plan that I had going through there to try and get them rolling and get them going.
Oh, I got to hold the mic up a little. Yeah, that's all right.
But yeah, I just and that was following through. The kids came through and did great. Our 2 losses with Lake Minneola and Cocoa, the 2 tough teams that we had in there. Of course, Cocoa state champions. Lake Minneola is a regional contender there, and we get down there. We got down to the end. I felt we should have beaten Vero Beach. I really do think.
I agree with that.
I just there were some few things that went in there. Of course, losing our Z receiver there, the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
Second half. It put us down because we really still don't have depth here. We're building that, though, right now.
I thought the thing that impressed me the most about this team this year was the heart of in your depth. And, against Harmony, it was a slugfest against Harmony. But you blocked that kick at the end, and the way you put that drive together to get into the end zone, I mean, it was just impressive to watch these kids win football games in a lot of different ways this year. What impressed you the most about your team this year?
These kids were phenomenal in the fact that when we put together a scheme, though it might change slightly or we had a variation from game to game, both offensively and defensively, they got it.
Right.
They went in, especially defensively. You fill in the gaps and doing what they had to do. They got it in there and they did that great. Offensively, we were still able to do that. Harmony really hurt us bad. What a lot of people don't realize is we actually had 3 starters that weren't even in the Harmony game. They weren't there, and that was a struggle for us because we have no depth, and we're already missing these people. We had a guard in there that hadn't played all year.
But they still got it done. And they still got it done. That was a very tough football team, that Harmony team was this year. There were weeks they were on and weeks they were off, but you caught them on a pretty good week here with.
I think what kind of caught everybody off guard was our district this year.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Harmony, Heritage, Vieira, and us. And
yeah.
The district right there is actually a pretty tough district.
It is.
Heritage has got great kids out there, and they play really hard and well. Harmony has stepped up and played very well and did everything right there. Vieira still has the kids, and they're there. They have it all there. And new first-year head coach, I think he's going to turn it around.
Yeah.
Change. That right there makes it, as you had said earlier in this year, probably about compatibly the toughest.
I thought so. I really did. I thought every team was evenly matched, and even Vieira at 0-10 this year. I thought at least for the first halves of football games, they gave teams. That's all. You're fine. You're fine. He won't. He's the coach. Yeah, you're good. All right. So, listen, man, you're losing some really good kids. Your thoughts on some of these guys, and you don't have to be specific, but your senior class.
I talk to each and every one of them. We talk about what they're trying to do, where they're trying to go. I'm trying to help them out. We get everywhere. I talk to everybody I can. One thing that I always say to them is, come back. No matter where you go, what you do, I want the alumni at Marlin High School. I want the players that go on to come back and show the younger kids what they're doing.
Right.
I want to make sure that we actually have that covered because what happens is the tradition at Mel High. I don't want that to go away. I know everybody says I'm a Miami guy, but the tradition of Miami that goes back with what we do. I want Mel High. I want alumni, former. I want the guys that are in college now. Devin Alves came by school last week and came and talked to him and saw some of the kids in there. He's awesome. He's back from VTech and doing his thing. And I want, when Thomas Wadsworth is on the sidelines from last year, coming out and seeing these kids, I want these guys to do the same thing. Carry the tradition from year to year.
I think, people don't realize this. And this place, Tom McIntyre Stadium, Melbourne High School, this is so ingrained in Brevard County history. Let's just talk football history. The first state champion, the first team to ever play for a state championship in '65, Bird Wingham. We named the Gerald Odom Coach of the Year yesterday, and Gerald Odom was an assistant coach for Bird Wingham in '65 and '66. So, yes, Melbourne High School and the tradition here is as great, if not the best, high school football tradition in Brevard County. Yeah.
I mean, that's it for me right here to do this. I'm a satellite grad. I was here. I wanted to beat them bad when I was a satellite. I got no problem there. But now what we have with the leadership here, I want to keep it growing. I want to keep more involvement. What I really liked was from my first year to this year, I don't know if you saw, but between the two programs, we had about 30 more kids than we had before.
Yeah.
And my goal is to continue to build that because I want this to be a true program where year in and year out they're competing to who's going to be on varsity and start. It's not about anything else. So this year where we didn't have the depth, Next year, my goal is to have those spots filled and have the depth. And I have so many young kids coming back. We're going to be young, but I got some really good kids. Character-wise, grade-wise, everything that they're doing, they're phenomenal. They're already working together.
Listen, as a former quarterback coach, let me just say this. You got a really good quarterback stepping in for a really good quarterback leaving. So that's half the battle, in my opinion. I know you got to have the offensive line and defensive line, but that's half the battle right there. I love everything I see and hear about that young man. Coach, as we wrap up with you, I just want to say thanks for stepping up and hosting this game. Because this is important. This game is important. It needed a return, and it looked like we had lost a spot.
Look, when Corey said he wanted to get the North-South game going again at the coaches' meeting, everybody was kind of like, yeah, we'd like to do it. Let's make this happen. Corey took the lead on that. He did a phenomenal job getting all this put together and everything up. When Hurley called me and said, we were going to do it at Holy Trinity, there's an issue, I can't have it here this year, no problem. Do you think you could do it? I immediately hung up and went to my AD. I made sure we could do it in the front. This, to me, is something that we need to have every single year, and just watching all the kids from all the schools out practice. I've been at all the practices just to watch and see what's going on. These kids, they're great together.
Yeah.
Watching these guys work together and do this, they all know what it's for. They all know what's going on, and to see this going on, I'm glad that we could host it.
I'm glad too, Coach. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Yes, indeed. We'll be here Wednesday night. Coach David Kintai, 20 wins in his first 2 seasons here at Melbourne. Not a lot of high school football coaches can say that in the first 2 years. Let's get Coach Benson over, and then we'll wrap it up. Tell him I won't keep him long. And I'll take one of those shirts, too. Coach is on the phone. He'll be our final guest of the night here. Tomorrow we'll be at the North Practice Media Days. The new head football coach for the Heritage Panthers, Mr. Michael Benson. Coach, grab that microphone right there. All right, listen. They always tell me, new head football coaches always tell me, it's like drinking from a fire hose the first week. Has it been like that for you? I don't think it has been because of all of your experience, but what's your first week been like?
It actually been kind of hectic for me.
Yeah?
It's kind of the
Hold that a little closer.
Back end of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to get used to, order and stuff and doing all that stuff, but it's actually been kind of calm, a lot of support there, so it's been hectic at the beginning, but now we're good because I'm trying to get the coaching staff all together.
I loved your message. I got to listen to his message. Is he okay? Can we just speak up? Just use this microphone? All right, I'll just use this microphone. All right. So I loved your message to the – you have a question? Come on. You're all right. Huh? Oh, your keys? It's like, it's cool. Your message to the kids. I loved it. Coach was talking to him. He's like, listen, you need to play special teams because you can have a so-so year in college, the first 2 years, but excel in special teams. Talk to me about, that message. I want to hear about that message.
That message is something I've seen on my own eyes. Like, it wasn't me, but I know some people that I played college with, they had a decent career in college, but excelled on special teams, and they got picked up, and they played in the league for 4 to 5 years. I mean, it does not – if you looked at a lot of people out there in the league right now, they're in the league because they're playing special teams, So it's one of those messages that I'm always going to preach.
We talked about last week when we did the interview, because I don't want this to be about all the coaching. I want – listen, Google some of his videos. Watch him run over some players in the Arena Football League. How much you miss playing in the AFL?
I miss it a lot, but I think I found my new passion. Well, it's always been my passion, but it is something that is taking over that feeling. That feeling is what I miss, walking on the field with my helmet and all that. But now that I'm walking on the field with the players and they're getting hype, I'm still getting the goosebumps there. Like, every time the national anthem's going, if I'm still getting goosebumps, I'm good.
Coach, you could have coached anywhere over the last couple of years. Why was Heritage right for you?
I think the support, man. The support there is unbelievable. They're sports minded there. The kids are amazing, and it's a place that is going to grow. If you've been down there lately, it's houses all over the place, and it's going to grow over the years. And they're going to have to come down there.
And you can actually now get a signal outside on the cell phone. I know everybody's getting out of here, and we'll talk to you plenty on Wednesday, Coach. So I'm going to let you get out of here. Coach Benson, once again, congratulations on all the success. Look forward to covering the Heritage Panthers next year. David Mackle, yes, we're going to have to get back together and do all 10 games again next year. Thanks for everything.
No, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, now.
That's Coach Michael Benson. And we're going to wrap up here from Tom McIntyre Stadium. I'll see you at 9:30 tonight for the BlackRock Engineering and Technology Sports Report. We're going to talk about yesterday in the NFL. It was a wild, wild day. And also going to announce the Special Teams Player of the Year. We'll see you at 9:30.